Hello KAZAMORI'S, this is KAZAMORI here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another episode of Shin Hayarigami. First of all, it's very good to see y'all again. I hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all having a lovely day, afternoon, night, depending on your time zone. I just want to say thank you guys so much for taking this moment of your time and watching today's video. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, be sure to drop the like button. It really helps out a lot. If you're not subscribed to the channel, would appreciate if you do. Also leave your comments and your thoughts on this video or anything in general. And that is pretty much it for this intro. Just to give you a quick recap of what went on the last episodes. In the last episode, a bunch of bodies piled up, literally. But before talking about the corpses, the first thing that happened, obviously, was that we were still in quite a pickle after trying to figure out who might have been the suspect. But, you know, we don't think that neither Haruka, Tsunahori, or Sanae were the actual killers, so we were stuck there. That is until first we had this encounter with a stupid journalist by the name Sudanuma who knew too much about the case and for some reason wanted us to elaborate on that just so he can expose it, but we managed to get away from him, and that's when we get our new victim, which was an old lady, Watari, and she died with her eyes gouged out and her tongue removed, and there was a note inside. And now our main girl, the main character, is targeted because she opened the note saying give me your eye. So now she's probably going to be the next victim of blind men. And after that, we explain the situation to Sekimoto, and then he tells us about us going to a place where one of his students, Takenaka, used to live at. And before getting there was this interesting scene with Sekimoto and our main girl, where Sekimoto knew a bit too much of our girl. Like, it seems like our girl might have had some very past strange experiences happening to her, because he said that death has always been following her and yada yada. We don't necessarily know what kind of experiences she has gone through, and it's pretty clear that she doesn't even want to remember those events. So yeah, anyways, despite it all, ourselves and KAZAMORI go to the Takenaka house only to find him and his parents dead, and it turns out that they were the first victims because they've been dead longer than all of these other victims. And yeah, it's a pretty big deal. And once again, we went back to square one to being stuck. That is until our main girl began to look at photos from crime scenes of the spectators, I would say. And then in one of the photos, there was a same man always in one of those crime scenes, always smiling, by the way. It turns out it's this dude in front of us named HIROMU KANAYA. And now we're here to question him on why was he at the crime scenes and maybe get some sort of clue. I don't know. Anyways, that is pretty much it for this episode. this explanation. And without further ado, we're just gonna straight up get into it. Sorry about that, but we needed to have a talk with you. Man, so many typos.
A talk? Who are you guys? Did my father send you again? Tell him that I'm still trying to find a job and he should stop bothering me.
He thought his father hired us to come have a talk with him? Luckily for us, he didn't remember KAZAMORI. Oh my god, yeah, that's true.
No, just hold on a second. We're
keeping in sync with KAZAMORI. We both reached for our police ID badges at the same time.
Police?
You probably already know about the series of murders that's been happening here recently. Would you mind if we asked you some questions?
I'm a little busy at the moment.
I promise it won't take long. Just think of it as helping solve a case. From the looks of Kanaya, he looked a little bothered and wanted to refuse.
What, the police run out of clues? Are you that desperate coming by and poking around?
Yeah, you could say something like that. We're looking for some new leads.
I see. I didn't expect the police to be as incompetent as they were on the documentaries I see on TV. I just thought it was a hoax from the government and TV.
I was about to interject, but KAZAMORI tapped me on the shoulder and I backed off. I don't know anything about that. Well, anyway, can I have a quick word with you?
What's in it for me?
What?
I need some sort of payback. Did you expect I would just give you some valuable information for free? You must be really desperate expect to come to me.
What do you want? Some video games, some food, some anime? We can give you all of that.
In that case, I could be your special informant. I can find all sorts of information online.
Sounds tempting.
I happen to be a great hacker.
Oh, but we're not looking for hacking!
I can't get you anything you need to know. So how much are you willing to pay me?
Is he serious? I wanted to yell at him for trying to take advantage of the situation like that, but I bit my lips, resisting the urge.
Come on, you want my help, right? You gotta give me something. I'm not a charity.
Without noticing, I clenched my fist. This kid really deserves a beating for his rude behavior. Kazamori was right about this one.
What are you doing? What's that fist for? Are you insane?
This isn't what it looks like. Kazamori?
Yes?
What are you doing?
Oh, what a wonderful picture. Now I got some evidence. If you do something stupid, I think I'll upload this to my blog.
Okay, now we need to beat him up. We need to break his nose, his teeth, his stupid face. This is where I lose my temper. I couldn't let the bastard go on. I had to overwhelm this little piece of crap before we proceeded further. I'm sorry, Kazamori, but I think we should get straight to the point.
Alright, proceed.
Thanks. Alrighty. I quickly grabbed him by the collar.
What are you doing?
You think you can just insult us like that?
I'm going to expose you all! I'm gonna write about what just happened, being oppressed by the authorities!
Okay, so let me save up, because there's so hires are already. I did not expect that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Magical girl power music!
Okay,
Did I choose the first one? I don't know. I'm thinking Yeah, give it a shot. Let's see if you can still manage to use your keyboard after this.
not the face, Mary. Go for the torso!
Kazamori, I know.
But I won't give in! It's useless to use violence against me! I'll never submit!
His obscure attitude that seemed to be heavily influenced from manga and anime made me even more angry. Okay, let me... Right, that's what...
Wait! I never said I wouldn't talk!
Something must have happened because his strange attitude started suddenly shifted. I am getting sick of your nonsense! If you keep on going on like that, I'll make other plans for you!
Are you threatening me? Sorry, but I just recorded you! Guilty as charged!
You're digging your own grave, boy. Are you complaining all alone? Are you seriously about to question the police organization alone? Are you enjoying digging your own grave?
I was just trying to protect myself. I don't want to fight.
Protect himself. There's something he's protecting related to the case then. I stared at him quietly, but I think we were all bothered by the tension. I was starting to think he was just acting like a brat because he was trying to hide who he truly was. A shy person. You don't have to worry about a thing. All I want from you is just to talk.
Oh, really?
He beamed back at me at my attempt to console him. I think assumptions were right. Okay, so we're getting it right. Alright, Kanaya HIROMU. I'll give you a choice. Do you want to talk here or back at the station?
What? Who said I was gonna cooperate?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll go get a warrant. I'm sorry I had to come to this. We just wanted to have a little chat. Now it's come to this, so I think we'll go get a warrant and come back for you.
What? Are you saying you're going to arrest me? That's not fair!
At the moment, it's true that we can't force him to do anything right now by law, but he's acting really anxious when we bring up the word warrant. I think this guy definitely knows something. Why are you being so stubborn? Is there something in your house you don't want us to see? He's probably got some P words in there.
I won't let you guys come close to my collection of figurines and let you put your filthy hands all over them.
What if I cared about your toy collection?
Hey, detective, what did I do? I haven't done anything wrong.
Oh my goodness. You're interfering. Fine, we're gonna have to make this official then. I'm gonna give you an option on this situation. How does interfering with a criminal investigation sound?
Well, I didn't mean it like that. I was only joking around.
Then you can cooperate with us. Just answer some questions and we'll be on our way. He groaned as he heard my suggestion. At least what I had to say was true. He's no use to us if he doesn't tell us what he knows. Provided if the answers he can give us can be trusted, of course. That's enough. We'll come back later. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Huh? Oh, well, alright. He's so confused.
I'll come back for you watching your every move. Did you expect us to give up so easily? You shouldn't underestimate the authorities. Someone will be watching your every move from now on.
Hey, come on now. Wait, I was just joking. You don't have to take everything so seriously.
Sorry to have bothered you. We'll just wait and see until you screw up. I turned my back to him and started walking away.
Hey, wait!
He stopped us anxiously.
I think I might have something to tell you, but I'm not too sure if it will be useful to you guys.
Finally, he's offering something possibly useful. I wonder if I should seize up this opportunity. Should we even seize it up? No, he will just mock and jeer us if we turn around now. I'll just wait for the perfect moment to strike back. No, that'll be all for today. Let's move on.
Hold on! Wait a minute!
I'll write a report. Too late. We're done talking here. We'll see you next time. We'll be back next time with some hard evidence.
You don't have to be so hasty. I was just joking around. Don't you guys have a sense of humor? You guys should start acting like adults.
Maybe you should start acting like adults. Well, I think you should follow your own advice from the last thing you said. Oh, bye now.
Wait, why are you being so harsh all of a sudden?
I definitely gained control of the situation. But there's no guarantee he will cooperate with us, though. I think I better be more careful.
More careful.
Well, thanks for everything. We'll see you again soon.
Alright, there's no other choice, but listen to me. Consider this a special gift.
What's so special about it? We came here to ask you some questions. It was just standard protocol. If this is bothering you that much, we can leave.
Really? Okay, I admit. Surrender! Just take it easy!
I won. I finally defeated this snot-nosed brat. I was so proud of myself. As I gleamed with triumph, I caught a glance of KAZAMORI, who had lost his previous engagement with the kid. He seemed to be kicking himself because he didn't use the same strategy as mine the previous time before. He passed the test.
So, what was the thing you wanted to ask me?
It's like I said before. It was about the series of recent murders that happened in town.
Oh, right, I remember. I don't actually know very much about them.
Why were you at every crime scene? Kanaya flinched. I pretended not to notice, but I kept watching his every move. He might not have expected this question, but he started answering differently than before. Can you answer, please? Why were you present at all the crime scenes?
I wanted to become a famous novelist. I haven't told anyone about this yet. I was preparing to write a fiction mystery novel.
A novel? That was unexpected.
That's why I visited all the crime scenes. I'm doing some research on crime scenes for my book. You didn't actually think I was involved with the case, did you? That's ridiculous. Give me a break. I think the police should be doing a better job and actually trying to catch the murderer instead of wasting time with me. People in town must be getting sick of your failures too. Haruka said the same thing. I'll be watching your every move on trying to solve this case.
Haruka? Are you referring to Minase Haruka? You two know each other? That wasn't expected. I never expected such a beautiful girl to be involved with someone like him. And I didn't even realize they were on first name basis. What? Oh yeah, because normally, too, in Japan, being on first name basis is that they are either family or lovers, or very close friends, I would say.
Yeah, me and Haruka are pretty close, but that's none of your concern.
I'm sorry. It was just out of pure curiosity.
I really don't want people to know about our relationship. Don't tell anyone, okay? It's gonna make things awkward for Haruka if people find out she was seeing a loser like me.
He was all sweaty during the conversation. Maybe because it was during the hot summer, or because he's... Oh, he was fat? I think the best term would be overweight. But I could read anxiety from his expression. Are you alright? You're sweating really hard.
Oh, I am fine. I usually sweat a lot like this, and it is time for my medication.
Medication? Are you sick?
Yeah, it's called eating too much.
Is it for being overweight? Do you have diabetes?
No, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business.
That's true, but...
I think I've said enough. Go away.
But we still have some more...
I've told you everything I know. There's nothing more I have left to say. I think we're done here.
Kanaya, wait! I mean, he needs medicine. Are you gonna crush him while he's dying? He decided to change abruptly. He slammed the door. We were left standing on the porch in front of a locked door.
We were just kicked out.
I guess so.
Who the hell does he think he is? I don't know how I feel about this.
There's definitely something fishy about this guy, and there's no guarantee he's telling us the truth.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the scumbag is making up this story. True.
Well, at least we got something out of him. We can't get a search warrant without having any proof. He probably will try to destroy any evidence he has if he truly is guilty.
Yeah, well, from now on, I think we should keep an eye on KANAYA HIROMU.
Okay, what are we gonna do then? And we started monitoring KANAYA HIROMU from that night moving forward. This was intentional because we wanted to see if we had any connections with the investigation. It was a war of attrition. I hid inside the car and tightened my jaw in determination. We have to find something, anything, no matter how long it takes. I stared at his house so long that I felt like I could crush it with my eyes. My neck was covered with sweat in no time. Just another typical surveillance during the heat of summer, damn. We couldn't keep the AC going because we had to keep the engine off while we were on the stakeout. It was because the person we were watching could be tipped off by the sound of the engine. True. Plus the higher-ups wanted us to save as much as gas as we could. They told us that the fuel consumption would be applied to our personal performance rating later. Wow. It seemed like he never left his house. We stayed in the same spot for days? What? And how is he eating food? I periodically called back to the office to see if there were any updates on the case. Unfortunately, Kuroda only answered us. There haven't been any improvements. I just stayed inside the car with my eyes fixed on his house, relying on my judgment. Kazamori. Also, wouldn't Kanaya see Kazamori get in the car? I mean, that's also a reason.
Here, I got you a cold juice. How about a hot sandwich?
Juice is fine, thanks.
You don't like hot sandwiches? Oh, what a waste. You're really missing out.
No, but you seem to like it, right? I know I would be sorry if I ate that.
Well, alright. For a pretty woman like you can do whatever you want.
Hey, are you saying I'm pretty? He's really okay. You can stop. I don't have a big enough desire to steal your food.
Well, okay then. You're really into this case. Like, really hardcore, huh?
All I did was turn down a hot sandwich. I couldn't believe the kind of reaction I was getting. I really wanted to tell him he needed to stop going out every 30 minutes to stretch his legs.
It seems like he never leaves his house.
Cause he's an otaku! He just stays at home and never goes anywhere.
Any visitors?
Nope. Well, one of his family members visits from time to time. Other than that, no one else.
Well, I mean...
Stop it right there. I already got a bad feeling about this.
I knew what he was trying to say.
What if we were wrong about this guy? We've been surveilling him for a couple of days now and nothing really has happened. Are we starting to think we have made a terrible mistake? And Sekimoto is still hanging out in his cell doing nothing. They might get a shell lacking from the guys in the 1st Investigative Division for that.
Yeah, but still, there was something strange about this guy.
Is that your 6th sense talking?
Yeah, I have a 6th sense power.
Yeah, it could be, but it's more rational than that. Don't you agree that there's something just not right about him?
Kazamori might be getting fed up with my tenacity, but I had to say something in order to stay awake.
Alright, at least the night's still young. Tell me why you think this guy is a little off.
KANAYA HIROMU was there at every crime scene, but he hasn't left his house for the past several days. Isn't that strange to you?
Yeah, it is. Well, keep an eye out for me. I'm gonna get some shot at. We can rest breaks in 1-hour shifts.
No way, the last time you said that you didn't wake up until the next morning. Come on, we gotta take this seriously.
If you say so. I'm not good at staying up late.
Where's that fighting spirit you had when you were fighting with Kuroda?
That's a completely another story. I never thought this would take so long.
This is Kazamori's problem. He's always so enthusiastic at the beginning, but as more time goes on, he turns into a slacker.
Please, let me get some rest. I promise you I will buy you a hot sandwich tomorrow.
You should let me get some sleep first. I am so exhausted. I haven't even taken a shower for days.
Damn, we're stinky.
Huh? What did you say? You have no shame. Why you should be first to rest. Hey!
Aren't you being a little hypocritical right now?
I got it. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's do it. That'll be fair, right?
Enough!
Our conversation was interrupted by the sound of glass shattering, followed by a scream. What the
hell was that?
He glanced over at me, but I had no idea what was going on. It was definitely the scream of a man. He sounded extremely upset. I think it came from Kanaya's house. We both concentrated on the noise.
I said knock that off!
Oh,
that's Kanaya's voice!
Let's go and take a closer look.
We quickly get out of the car. And approached the house silently. The neighbors clearly heard all the commotion because every once in a while I could see a person's shadow looking out their window.
I am trying my best, but it takes time to get results. You are treating me like I'm worthless.
Oh. We listened to Kanaya scream of rage anxiously.
The police just randomly showed up. I didn't do anything.
He was quite upset.
What should we do, Marie? Should we call for backup? Or should we just handle this situation by ourselves?
Kazamori gave me a serious look. Even if we decide to enter the house, I don't think we will be able to subdue him. I think it's a better idea to call for backup.
Shut up! I can do it if I try! Stop making me repeat myself over and over!
But if we call for backup, this case will be handed over to another division. All of our hard work will be for nothing.
Marie, what are we gonna do? So that's why I needed the money, you old hog! You need to just shut up and listen to what I have to say!
Kanaya's rage caused us both to flinch. I had to make a choice. Do it alone, call for backup, see how it turns out. Do we want to see how it turns out? I don't think so. Well, let's do it alone, because it's true. It may get handled to another division.
We better do this on our own.
Are you serious? Wouldn't it be better to call for backup?
There's no time!
That's true, there's also no time. We had to act fast so nobody would get hurt. I glared fiercely at the hesitating Kazamori with rage.
Let's go!
I kicked the door open with all my might. And Kazamori ran inside, jumping into action.
Kanaya! What the hell are you doing? Calm down! What's this? You worthless hog! You call the cops!
What the hell?
Kazamori! Marie, stay back! Go block the entrance!
But, can you handle it alone?
Shut up! Just do it!
I couldn't see what was going on from my current position. The only thing I could hear were the sounds of people fighting. I readied my baton just in case. Cha-ching! Baton time!
What? Kanaya? What the hell were you doing? I can't do anything. Do you hear me?
What's going on, Kanaya? What the hell's happening?
I'm not an R-word.
That word.
I'm a gifted man. You will see what I'm talking about.
The room was filled with stuffy air. The heavy humidity irritated my nose. What's that smell? I don't feel so well. The air was the mixture of fishy, musty, and any other putrid smells. Good grief. Kanaya! Whoa! Hurry! He's getting away! Dumbass, you let him get away? At the cry of Kazamori, Kanaya escaped. I couldn't believe what I just saw. Is that you? Kanaya HIROMU? I couldn't see him clearly because the light was so dim, but he didn't look like the person I just saw a few days ago. He was breathing violently, sounding like a beast. The putrid strength of this breath was strong. It smelled like rotten meat. Ugh.
Who the hell are you? Why are you in my house?
Don't you recognize me? It was clear that he was out of his mind. I couldn't tell his physical condition, but his eyes were glowing like a hungry beast. Good grief. He looked like a beast with a ravenous hunger. I almost confused him for a grizzly bear from his appearance. Crap! Your brute strength. Kanaya, stop, you little crap!
Stop! What?
He mumbled as if he didn't understand. It was clear that he wasn't thinking normally. Holy shit, what happened?
Oh, I get it now. It was you.
What are you talking about? Just stay calm and no one is going to hurt you.
I won't.
What are you trying to say?
I won't let it go. I will never!
No one's going to take anything from you. Just calm down.
Haruka! You are mine! Haruka!
Kanaya, calm the hell down! Kazamori's yelling was so loud that it overwhelmed Kanaya, causing him to stop and suddenly start to move. He walked slowly, step by step. As that... oh my god! As that obese little nerd walked towards us, his body was slowly revealed by the moonlight. He was completely naked? Excuse me, are we gonna see his flappa? Why is he... naked?
Hey, stop walking!
I had no idea what he was saying. I chose to... What? What's this stupid choice? Look at Kazamori, back away? I guess look at Kazamori. I don't know what's going... Oh my goodness. I looked over at Kazamori. Okay. After seeing me panic, my partner jumped towards him. Okay. Kanaya! Oh my god, dude. Before Kazamori could get to him, Kanaya quickly shoved me out of the way and escaped. Then, I lost my voice when I saw his entire body in the moonlight. Oh? What the absolute f***ing hell happened to this man? He looks like Joker now. Oh my god! He was only wearing a pair of white underwear. Okay, so he's not completely naked. And his entire body was covered with blood. The blood had turned black and was completely dried. What? Excuse me? He ran with a weird motion. His arms were flailing and his torso swayed from left to right. Ooh, what? Kanaya looked like a monster. I could barely swallow. Is he the blind man? Of course not! But something definitely is going on. He escaped into the brush outside the mansion. We were about to lose him in the darkness. Don't just stand there, Marie! Go after him! Okay! Oh, we ran as fast as we could towards the brush. We couldn't see Kanaya running anymore. His moans and footsteps were ways away. We tried following the sound, but it was too difficult to catch him. A while later, we found ourselves in the middle of the forest. Man, what the happened to him, though? Oh.
You're searching for the northern part of the forest. There's no sign of him. There's the second division, no sign of him here either. We will continue searching.
Third division speaking, same here.
Most of the police force was searching for the forest where it's difficult to walk around at night. Others were investigating the scene over at Kanaya's house. There were multiple bodies inside the house. Holy shit! It was clear that he was the one who killed them. Misuzu was analyzing the scene carefully and thoroughly. I was staying at the makeshift base with Kazamori. We gave the 1st Investigative Division our report and stayed out on joining the search. Kuroda came to see us when we were finished talking.
Great job. Your instincts were correct. You guys did a great job. Those 1st Investigative Division guys didn't thank us. They even had the nerve to tell us to stay out of their way now. We could have caught him if they were any a bit smarter. Kazamori spoke up as if he wanted the guys around to him to hear him. Kuroda, who was surrounded by his superiors, could only muster up a bitter smile. They told me to stop making things so complicated because now they had to use so much manpower to search such a large area. I guess we could just hope for the best. I know the situation. Alright, I'll stop my complaining. Can you tell me what happened in the room? A brief explanation would be fine.
Yeah, I wanted to hear about it too.
It was... it was hell on earth. Full of rotting corpses and the smell of death and decay. Oh my god. The victims were definitely his family members. What a lunatic.
But wasn't he yelling at someone just before we went in?
Does that mean there was a survivor? All of the bodies were already badly decomposed. You saw him yourself, Marie. Didn't he look after you?
Kanaya certainly didn't look normal.
So what happened then?
He was yelling at the dead bodies. He must have believed that one of the maggots-filled bodies was still nagging him. He was probably just hallucinating. Oh my god. That means he was already insane when we went there to talk to him.
Well, that's a tragedy.
He's a dangerous one. There will be more victims if we don't catch him.
Right. The 1st Investigative Division is on the case. He'll be found in no time.
Ha! All they're doing is stealing our achievements right now! Our objective is still solving this case. That should be enough for all of us.
Marie, you're talking like a Buddhist sage.
Huh? Me? I knew I wasn't just praised for just making a calm decision. I felt a sliver of embarrassed from the age of how he was saying it to me. Well, This is your case, Marie! What? People around us stopped talking and turned their heads towards us. Chismoso! The case was already at a dead end, and the special law enforcement unit hasn't even been mentioned at any of the strategy meetings. All they wanted us to do was babysit the murderer in the lockup, but we managed to do them one better by finding more evidence from the investigation. In the meantime, Marie, you found Takenaka, and now revealed the truth about Kanaya. We are far from worthless. We're in no position to be excluded from this investigation. You're not a saint. You're a detective, Marie Kirby. Tears were welling up under his eyes. I could feel his rage. Oh, Kazamori! I never expected those kinds of words from such a guy. Marie, think about it. Is this fair? Answer me!
I understand, Kazamori. Relax.
Shut up, you opportunist! I'm talking to Marie!
Opportunist?
Kazamori's words stabbed my heart and something within me boiled like a lava. This isn't fair. I can't hear you! Of course This isn't fair! I'm the one who uncovered it! Why should I be treated like this? I spill out everything I wanted to say, motivated by Kazamori.
And it's simple then. Kuroda, we'll be back soon. Please, if you do this, it's gonna put me in hot water with the higher-ups. But this is a job for equal opportunity. Let's go, Marie.
Alright, let's go solve this case together.
Are you guys sure about this? It's not too late to change your mind.
He truly was an opportunist who didn't understand our enthusiasm at all. Well, true, and also he doesn't want to get in trouble.
Relax, the main objective of the Special Law Enforcement Unit is to support all the other divisions.
The more people in the search party, the better. We're going in as part of the support staff.
Go talk to the 1st Investigative Division about this. You should go and at least try to support your team. But it won't be helpful if you act on your own.
And guess who's in the search party initially contacted KANAYA HIROMU? We might be the only ones who know what he may be thinking right now. If I was in Kanaya's shoes, where would I go? I should use my imagination to catch that beast. We walked towards the mountain, completely ignoring Kuroda. Damn. Oh, the sad music.
Hey, Marie.
Kazamori started to speak to me while we were walking up the slope of the mountain. He spoke in a surprisingly relaxed tone. What?
I'm sorry I yelled at you.
An apology? Now that's something I wasn't expecting.
Actually, if I remember right, I think I dragged you into this mess.
It's okay. You did what I wanted to do. You've motivated me and I appreciate it.
What was that? This is awkward. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, this is a little awkward now, but it's okay. Just remember, I'm rating your performance, but you can rate mine if you want.
What did you just say? It'll be 100 years before you can do that. Hey, can I ask you something? Where do you learn to do all that?
What do you mean?
You were the one who pointed out KANAYA in all those photos Misuzu took.
Oh, that. I think I just got lucky, I guess?
It was just like before. How could you say that you're gonna read KANAYA's mind? It's super hard to understand the psycho's mind like KANAYA's.
If you think you can do something, then you're just denying your opportunity to achieve it.
Such a positive attitude.
No, I was just so afraid of being seen as incompetent. That's all. Just like KANAYA. I remember what KANAYA said at his house a few days ago. He treated me like I'm worthless. This wasn't a few days ago, this was recent. This was proof that he had an inferiority complex. No one likes to be hated or loathed. What a dreadful thought to feel like you're a complete waste of life.
You're weird. Kazamori, excuse me?
Don't laugh at me!
Saying that you're like KANAYA would mean that you completely understand the psychology of a killer.
Oh, shut up! He was caught off guard by my comeback and pulled back.
Why did you get so quiet?
Sorry, but if that was a compliment, it made me feel cold.
Warn me, please.
I said to laugh at me!
Oh, my bad. My compliment made you feel cold? Cute. Excuse me?
But that isn't... Don't laugh! Come on, take this seriously. We need to focus, please! The killer's out there somewhere. He could attack at any moment.
Okay, alright. So what now? What do you think he's doing?
This is just a thought. I think him fleeing to the mountains might have made him scared. So he will probably attack anyone he encounters.
Attack? What are you talking about?
He can't run forever. He'll have to avoid being chased. And well, the easiest way would be to kill the hunters.
But most of the police are here, searching the area. I don't think he can afford to kill them all.
For a normal person that would be true, but KANAYA's state is far from that. Remember, he's already killed part of his family. I don't think he'll hesitate to kill again. I could hear him gulp. He must have figured that the overwhelming number of people searching didn't matter at night in the mountains.
He's all alone in the dark. There are many people looking for him, but it's gonna be even more difficult to catch him if he starts using guerrilla tactics.
Exactly. If he starts attacking the flanks with the fewest number of officers, it's more likely that he could escape from the iron ring of officers. Since he was an internet addict, this would be almost common knowledge for him. He clearly said, I can find all sorts of information online. I hope the insanity took away all his useful knowledge.
Marie, I think you should be getting back, huh?
Where did this come from all of a sudden?
It's hard watching out for you while we search for him.
KAZAMORI? Don't be foolish. I'm not gonna slow you down.
That's not gonna work. I won't be able to stop him if you're here with me because I'm gonna have to protect you as well.
KAZAMORI! I think KAZAMORI is in love with us!
And what if you get injured and get an ugly scar? No one would ever want to marry you.
KAZAMORI! Are you worrying about me?
Not at all. All I'm saying is because you'll be in a vulnerable position if he attacks us. Huh?
KAZAMORI is in love with us! He's worried about me. I could feel the warmth within his cold tone.
Follow my orders. Go back and send Kuroda back instead. He'll be fine on his own.
Oh. Sorry about the car passing by. He's too old for this. He'll definitely be a burden. Well, I'm used to... Shh! He stopped suddenly. I also hear a noise nearby. KAZAMORI gestured me to stay low and I crouch. I look around trying to find out where the sound came from. Is KANAYA HIROMU near us? My heart started to beat so hard that I was afraid that he would hear it. But I knew we couldn't solve the situation, a hand if we stayed like this. I should tell KAZAMORI that we need to locate the killer first. No. We should try to cover our mouths and not say a thing. I covered my mouth, trying to not make a sound. Every muscle in my body tenses up. I inhale and exhale slowly, trying to relieve myself of the extreme tension. I slowly look around. The only thing I could see was darkness.
I think we're good, Marie. I think I got it wrong.
Alright. I exhaled deeply and stood up. Oh, no! He was right there waiting for us. The situation had me dumbfounded. It was a man in nothing but his underwear covered in blood. How did he find us? KANAYA HIROMU? It was definitely him, but he looked completely different. He started slowly walking towards us. I could see his body under the moonlight. I couldn't believe my eyes as he started coming closer. His body proportions was way off. He had an enormous gut just like a fiend, similar to ones you would see in Buddhism. His skin also looked purple as if it had been decaying. Good grief! And his hair was falling out too. He looked like a zombie. Good God. There you are, you bastard! Freeze! KAZAMORI grabbed him from behind and he resisted fiercely. KAZAMORI, be careful! He was like a walking corpse. I wonder where all this unbridled strength was coming from. I'm gonna teach you a lesson! The lesson! Stop your squirming! KANAYA growled like a wounded beast who was trying to take his revenge. Help him! KANAYA! We're gonna arrest you and solve this murder case once and for all! We're gonna get medals for our achievements! KAZAMORI tried his best to take him down, but KANAYA wriggled and resisted. I mean, shouldn't we help him? Nearby officers who heard the shout started to close in. Yeah, it's all over! Let's get back into the station and... Uh-oh. Huh? KAZAMORI! Did he just die? What? He just died! No! We should have helped him. KANAYA bit him. While KANAYA was being subdued, he was able to twist his neck and break free, and KANAYA took a chunk out of KAZAMORI's neck. Kick him! Push him away! KANAYA stood up, taking KAZAMORI. KAZAMORI! I couldn't help but yell. KANAYA was staring right at me. The beast's eyes had paralyzed me, freezing me in place. Oh no, we got scared. I have to choose. I have to save KAZAMORI. At this rate, he's gonna die! KANAYA left KAZAMORI while drinking the gushing blood. He had a bloodlust look on his face. Is he drinking his blood? I was so frustrated at the sight that I couldn't move. I need to help. I have to get KAZAMORI out of there. If I don't, I'll be that worthless piece of crap that I have always hated.
gonna quiet! Engaging!
Then, the other officers finally arrive at the scene and finally subdue Kanaya. Kazamori's dead. There's no way to save him. Kanaya HIROMU was surrounded and was finally thrown to the ground. When Kazamori was free from the monster's grasp, I ran over towards him. Kazamori! Answer me! Yep, he's dead. Aw, Oh, not Kazamori! Mori. His eyes were staring into the darkness. I pressed the wound as hard as I could to try to save his life. Don't you die on me, Kazamori! You said we would solve this case together, didn't you? He couldn't stop crying. Aww. His body temperature was dropping rapidly and the blood just kept gushing from his neck. Where's the ambulance? He was losing strength slowly. Aww. Later, the paramedics came rushing in, pushed me back and got Kazamori ready for an emergency evac. Don't die on me! Please! You said we were gonna get medals for our achievements! He was no longer responding to my words. He's on. No. Why? Why? Damn, what a way to go out. Damn. I returned back to the station with one of the 1st Division members. I went past the lobby and started my way down the stairs. Everyone was startled by my appearance. I reached the basement and opened a cell door to talk to Sekimoto.
Footsteps. Must be Marie. What is it now?
Why are you so up early? I expected you to be asleep.
They turned the lights off so early here, so naturally I'm up early, and...
His words were cut off. What's bothering you? Give me a real answer.
You seem different today. What happened?
We arrested blind man. He remained silent. It must have been good news, but he wasn't rejoicing. Why you're so quiet?
There's blood on you.
Are you hurt? So we still had our partner's blood. Damn. When I heard that, I stared down at my bloody clothes. From my appearance, it would be wrong to think that I had a serious injury. Don't worry. It's not my blood. I just wanted to share the news with you first.
You're not a really good liar.
Kazamori. No one had ever told me that because I guess I never really lied. This guy really has poor judgment. Sekimoto shut his mouth and stared at me. Do not be silent. If you want to say something, say it.
This must have been an unexpected result. For me. And for you.
He was reading my mind. No. Is it possible? When he was checking my expression, I don't think it was enough for him to make such a conclusion.
Why with the gloomy expression?
He spoke softly, unlike his usual tone. It sounded like a tender priest.
I'd be more than happy to listen to you right now. You can share anything you want with me.
He remained silent. It must have been good news, but he wasn't rejoining. Oh, this dialogue is repeated. He gently patted my back. This seemed to stir the rage and sadness within me. I exhaled deeply so that my emotions wouldn't all erupt from my body. Sekimoto was waiting patiently. I finally opened my mouth to speak when all of my emotions within me settled. Kazamori died during the arrest. Oh, Kazamori! No! Kazamori!
Really?
Unfortunately, it is. He risked his life to arrest blind men.
Is that so? I have no words I can say. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am.
Thank you for your condolences. We will press on the investigation in honor of Kazamori. Thank you for your cooperation. We owe it all to you. Thanks for I bowed my head to him. I was so tired that lifting my head back up was a challenge. And I turned my exhausted body around and started walking away.
Hold on, Marie. Did the murderer tell you that he was blind then?
Not yet. But it's pretty obvious he is. The clue were the photos of each of the crime scenes. That guy was at every crime scene. While we were investigating him, I had a lurking feeling about him the entire time. When we heard yelling in his home, we went in and found the dead bodies of his family. We fled the scene, but we managed to arrest him. When we were facing that deranged murderer, KAZAMORI was bitten in the neck and passed away.
I see.
He crossed his arms and started to think as if he sensed something was missing. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound right. The first admission guys will take over the rest of the investigation. I'm sorry, but this will be our last time we'll meet. Aww.
Was the murderer with any of the bystanders at the crime scene?
Yes. Is that a problem?
Why are you here, Misusu? I thought you were out there working.
I sneaked out. Sneaked out? What the hell are you doing? I almost yell at her because she's usually always serious about her job. Forensic is still scrubbing the area. You still have lots of work to do.
You really don't get it, do you? It's pretty obvious. She came here for you.
Misusu nodded. It was a mess. I was a mess. I couldn't focus on my task. I stared at her blankly. She seemed to be a little enraged. I could see it from her expression that my question was idiotic. Sorry. Thanks for coming. I'm not here for that. Just tell me how you're feeling right now. It's always good to be honest with yourself. I had tears in my eyes before I knew it, but I desperately tried to hold them back. Aww. I dropped my head to hide my expression, but a few tears still fell to the floor. Why are you fighting back tears? There's no need to. I raised my hand to stop her. Everything's okay now. Really, I'm okay. I rubbed my eyes with the back of my hands and I tried to calm down. The sadness that had just flowed through me was replaced by a surprisingly bitter feeling. And at the same time I was filled with rage because of the incident for the loss of my partner. Sorry we interrupted. What was that question?
Ah, yes. I asked you if he was with any of the bystanders at any of the crime scenes.
Yeah, I can only judge from the photos, but he was at the crime scenes with a scary, ugly smile.
Where is he now? Shouldn't the murderer be here in the cell because he just recently got arrested?
Well, there's a story about it.
What do you mean?
He was in no condition to be brought here. The first investigative division guys decided to question him in the interrogation room first. That's why you can hear the screams coming from the first floor.
How is he doing now?
He's still hallucinating and extremely hungry. All he's been doing is babbling nonsense. He's been pretty useless right now. I did that because I was hungry and I needed to take my medication for my weight problem. Oh, the medication. I do recall him mentioning that. Mrs. mimicked Kanaya's tone, but it was somewhat frightening. That medicine is the best. I no longer have food cravings, but I take it. I can be thin no matter how much I eat. I have to lose weight so she'll love me. You're about to ask who she is, right? She's MINASE HARUKA, my precious Haruka. Now we definitely have to question Haruka.
MINASE HARUKA. Did he say anything else about her?
I don't know. I overheard that while I was working. Mrs. sighed. That's the latest so far. Was that enough for you, Sekimoto? He was in deep thought with his arms folded. He seemed confused about Kanaya.
Can you share what you're thinking?
He remained silent for a while, ignoring my questions. This was obviously different from the previous times when he remained silent. He actually seemed like he was ready to talk.
He might not be in prison because of insanity. We have to find some evidence before his lawyer gets involved.
But he murdered someone, that's a fact. He will go to jail and there's a slim chance a lawyer will do him any good.
Don't underestimate those people who who are extremely motivated to help killers. They even came to see me once as well. They offered me a chance for freedom, never asking any money in return. All they asked me to do was keep a diary.
Excuse me? They sound like hyenas.
I believe some of them work for the benefit of others, although I haven't met the kind of people yet. Their logic is plain and simple. Their plan is to send the murderer to a hospital, and then once they receive treatment, they will try to claim reparation from that state. Kanaya will be free once this trial is over.
But he killed KAZAMORI! This is absurd! He must pay for the price of what he has done! The CSI guys are at his house because the first investigating division guys had found some drugs there. They are confirming if the drugs were his. Isuzu, will you excuse us for a moment, please? Alright, but why? I want to talk to her in private. Excuse me. Mrs. Sanada and step out. After Mrs. left, I stayed silent for a moment. I slowly gathered my thoughts, which was the first thing I was going to say. And he waited for me to speak up patiently. He told me that I should be honest, right?
Yes, I did.
I don't know what is being honest and what is not being honest. I had a problem moving my body and reacting appropriately when I was scared.
I see. Many people suffer from the same problem.
But I lost KAZAMORI because of it.
No person is strong enough to handle every kind of situation.
It is clear that I'm responsible for his death. I could have saved him if I could have done anything when I was facing that monstrosity!
Do you want me to tell you that it's not your fault? You already know that there's no place for excuses, don't you? Sorry, but I'm gonna have to stop you right there. KAZAMORI is dead and you are alive. That's the fact. And you still got some work to do. Now get up, shake it off, and face reality. Show them what you're made of by solving this case. Probably the case isn't over yet. You might not even be close to the truth,
Are you saying it's not over? My eyes wetting in spite of myself. Sekimoto's eyes are filled with seriousness. They weren't eyes of a liar, but I did have my doubts about what he just said.
Okay, so you haven't figured out everything about this case yet. Go look for MINASE HARUKA from our previous conversation. I'm sure she'll be the answer. Or there will be another victim in due time.
How are you so sure? What's your reason behind that?
You said that the killer hasn't admitted that he's the real blind man, correct?
Yes, that's correct, but it's pretty obvious.
Obvious? Then did he cut out all the eyes from the deceased bodies?
Wait, I could have forgotten because at the time he was completely out of his mind and was unstable.
Don't you get it? Blind Man is a fictional character. Only a few people know the real details and of his existence. Then why have there been so many murder cases that have mimicked this character's MO?
Because the killer knows about the real blind man and its background.
That's right. I first suspected Takanaka for that very reason, but he had already been murdered by Blind Man. Blind Man's motive for killing people is unknown. There's fear in not knowing, so that's why I kept it vague when I created it. However, this is different because the murderer had motives for the murders. He had issues with his family and financial problems, as you already are aware of. And he has gone mad due to the drugs he was taking. Blind Man doesn't have a reason for what he does.
What he just says makes sense. Kanaya did have problems and he was also unemployed. On the contrary, all the other murder cases had no apparent motives. He was also right on those.
Marie, the chances that the person you just put in custody may know something is high. Because all the murders broke out within a relatively short period of time, the cases might be all linked together. But it doesn't mean that the murderer is Blind Man.
What he said might be true. We still don't have anything on Blind Man. The girl you just mentioned.
Minase Haruka.
Yeah, her. I will pay her another visit. Are you confident with what you just said?
That's for you to decide. Isn't it your duty to gather as much information as you can for a case?
Of course. I never imagined you give me any sort of advice.
Consider it as a payment for allowing me to stay here. Alright, Marie, it's time for you to go. You're the only one who can do this because you're one of the only ones in the SIU who thinks outside the box. None of the guys from the HQ would ever think that an urban legend could be evidence for this case. but I'm absolutely positive that the murderer who knows every detail about Blame is still somewhere in Town C.
Don't tell me that all this time Kanaya is not blind man. I mean, I do suspect that he's not blind man. But, you know, it could have been like what our main girl said. Like, I don't know, he basically just went insane and just murdered him at this point without going with the blind man step, I guess. But, I don't know, we'll see, because that would be pretty bad on KAZAMORI'S and dying for nothing. That would literally be dying for nothing.
He's probably out there just laughing at the authorities. That's why you need to go out there and stop him.
Alright.
You should honor the death of Kazamori. I know he had a temper, but all in all, I really like the guy. I actually wish I could hear his voice right now.
I gave a slight bitter smile at Sekimoto's morning. I got a new mission. I'm gonna do my very best for KAZAMORI and I will avenge his death. Thank you for your cooperation. Please tell me everything you know. Minase Haruka. Oh, we're confronting this. Sorry, I have an appointment, so I don't have much time. No, don't you dare. And I have already shared everything I know. I doubt I can be any more help. You did not share everything you know, by the way. It was past 3:30 p.m. She wasn't saying anything, but her gestures were saying, let me go soon. I really appreciate your cooperation. I said it again and studied her eyes. She looked as if she was shrinking in my presence. I didn't say anything either, but I sent her a message in gesture form in a polite manner. By gesturing her, and I asked, are you sure you told me everything? Yeah, exactly. She looked awfully suspicious when she refused to talk to me. I doubt she told me everything, exactly. I'm pretty sure she knows more than she's letting off. I know you don't have much time. Let's try to make this as easy as possible. If you answer all my questions, it'll be over in no time. But I was going to do it as thoroughly as I could. KAZAMORI would have gotten on my case if I didn't. Kuroda sat beside me watching my every action as if he understood how I felt. Could I do this on a later date? No. Why? I told you I have an appointment. The appointment! What's that? Excuse me. Here's my mobile phone. Don't hesitate to use it. Pardon? What are you talking about? I'm saying that you can call to reschedule your appointment. If you can do it yourself, I'll happily talk with the recipient. I'll explain him the situation that you're in. Haruka bit her lips. It was probably because the recipient would be intimidated if I intervened and the phone number would be exposed to us. If the recipient was connected to the case or could be put in danger by the person, I don't think she would allow it. But I put my phone back into my pocket. I could tell from her reaction that she was definitely hiding something. I see. Then if you cooperate with me, I'll make sure you get out of here as soon as possible. Okay, but I already told you everything I know about Tamara. It's not about Tamara. What? Then why am I back here? I don't understand. Didn't you hear about the incident that happened last night? Last night? I'm sorry, but today I slept past noon. What happened? It deals with KANAYA HIROMU. Haruka's eyes began to shake. It wasn't hard to miss. What did he do? KANAYA HIROMU killed his entire family and murdered a detective before being taken into custody. Is that true? I have a question to ask you. Can you describe your relationship with KANAYA? I have nothing to do with him. But he mentioned your name once. We have to verify it. Didn't you just hear me? I have nothing to do with him! She became dead silent, refusing to give any more on her statement. I looked over at Kuroda and he gave me a slight nod. And I understood his gesture as do as you wish. Alright, I see. Really? I have nothing to do with him. I grabbed my phone again and handed it back over to her. Go ahead, you better cancel your appointment. What the hell are you talking about? I told you I don't know anything! Why are you treating me like an... why are you treating me like an accomplice? This is insane! Please believe me! No, we can't. Yes, I am listening to you. That's why I want to hear from you more. But you said this would be over soon! Haruka? Aha! Grab her by the shirt. I pushed my face close to hers. We're not just here to mess around. My fantastic partner died while working on this case. Got it? I started to growl while I stared at her. Haruka turned away. However, I decided to give her an ultimatum to allow her to speak. If you refuse to talk, I could just start investigating you. It'll be a matter of time before you come back to talk to us. Is that what you really want? Do you know what would happen if you did something like that? Are you threatening a detective? We can lock you up for that. This is insane! Now, you, girl. Say what you want. We won't back down until you tell us everything. I turned up the heat on her so she could understand that she wouldn't be leaving here until she gave us what we wanted. I'm gonna ask you again. Can you describe your relationship with Kanaya HIROMU? Haruka remained silent for a while. She sighed and finally started to talk. Yes, finally, we got it. He was one of my regular customers. She sighed again as if she just lost all of her pride. Customer? It's a shop, a club, karaoke bar, that sort of thing. It's located in the middle of a mountain. Of course, it's a legitimate place, but actually, I'm not quite sure. I work there part-time to help with the bills. Oh, so okay, I get where she works. Every night, I thought it would be easy just pouring drinks to middle-aged men and acting cute. But it wasn't as easy as it sounded. It was just a bunch of sick perverts staring at me like a piece of meat and giving a laundry list of rude, sexual advances. We need to put trigger warnings in this. But the angrier I got, the more clients chose for me. It was like a dream. And when I woke up, I was at the top of the industry. Wherever the rumor was spread that I was there, most of the clientele came to see me. They came to talk to me and give me gifts. For an average college student, that was way more than I should have had. I didn't think I could take it all back to college with me. I think they thought by giving me all those gifts, they owned me. That's pretty stupid and a little sad, really. One of those perverted customers was Mr. Kanaya. I see what's going on. He thought that he had a relationship with Haruka, and that wasn't the case. He was so strange that he didn't even fit in with the other clientele at the bar. Obviously, he didn't look very smart. There must have been a way to keep him out. He spent money very lavishly for the bar. There wasn't a reason to ban a VIP customer. Oh yeah, because he had a rich family. My manager kept insisting me to call him. He was sure that he would come to the bar if I called him. Damn, they use her? That's sick. I hated it so much. She dropped her head and bit her lips as if all those terrible events were coming back into her mind. I'm sorry, but we had no choice. We weren't going anywhere in the case, and you were the only one who could probably give us a lead. I would have offered her a break if Kazamori was still alive, but I kept pushing her to get the answers I needed. He spent a lot of money. He tipped well. He followed everything I told him to do. Jeez. He really was an easy customer. Thanks to him, I got a steady income. But it was extremely stressful. You're a woman. You understand me, right? Don't you hate requesting something of someone you despise? He was a VIP customer at the bar. This meant I couldn't refuse him or his request. And then one day he crossed the line. Oh no, what happened? She sighed again, deeply. Haruka, you said that Kanaya was the nasty customer you met at the bar. Is that all? What else do you want? Haruka clenched her fist, breathed nervously, and continued. One day, after my shift ended, he made an advance for me for sex. God, it was awful. Damn. He said, I've given you so much money, and threatened me saying, if I don't choose you, you'll suffer, right? That bastard! I should have quit. He was nothing to me. But you didn't quit because of the money. I'd rather die than sleep with him. I kept avoiding him at all costs, and then one day he gave me such a strange gift. What was it? A pile of money. It was inside a convenience store bag. What the hell? Sorry for the noise again. What? He gave me that and said he wanted to buy my bot. What? What a load of crap. Damn. And what was your answer? Of course you said no. Look, I want to know one thing. What would you do if you were in my situation? Me? Well... Of course. Must have been glad, must have been terrified, of course, because you don't know the intentions. If I were you, I would have been afraid. I would have wondered why he was so obsessed. It wasn't likely that Kanaya would treat me maturely, and it would only mean trouble if I even consider accepting his offer. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Haruka continued. So I thought about the way I could avoid the situation, and I decided to deceive him. I said, I'm somebody else's lover, and I wasn't that kind of girl. I can't accept your money, and I don't want to hurt your immature mind. And I added this, I never want to see you again because my jealous boyfriend would have a fit. So what did Kanaya say? He cried, and nothing came of it afterwards. And I realized I dropped my phone, and around the same time was when Tamara started to call me obsessively. A few days later, Tamara went missing, and he was found dead.
Oh, wait.
Well, that was good news for me because he was just so damn persistent.
I mean, I guess.
Are you saying that Kanaya killed Tamara?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. It kind of makes sense. Because if he was the one who found her phone, then he might have killed Tamara, which confirms that he's blind man then?
Haruka feebly shook her head. I don't know, but he did say something strange. What did he say? He said you should feel better because that irritating man is gone now.
So he did kill him!
And he added, I might have something to do with it. So, how about going out with me now?
Oh, so he did kill him. But she and Tamara were not together, and he must have assumed so.
Did you ask... do you think he murdered Mr. Tamara? Of course I didn't. I was too afraid to ask that question. What if he admitted it?
I could feel anger in her words.
There wouldn't have been any more victims if you just came to us first and told us everything. That would have been the best scenario, but what if he found out that I was the one who informed against him while he wasn't in custody?
There are police officers that can protect you, girl.
Are you wanting me to take responsibility for the loss of your partner because you're blaming me for not reporting it immediately?
That's not what we are talking about.
Are you blaming me for everything? Am I responsible for knowing that bastard Tamara was killed because of it? I was too scared! I had no one to talk to! Just simply being asked out by Kanaya was not a crime!
That's enough, calm down. Kuroda ended the conversation smoothly. While she was crying, I handed her a handkerchief.
Thanks for sharing your story. I'm sorry that you had to remember all those horrible memories. Thank you again, I really appreciate it. We should let her go, Gumi. It's more than enough.
Okay.
Haruka stood up without a word and walked towards the exit, completely ignoring me.
Thanks for everything, Haruka.
She left the interrogation room. Listen, I'm sorry that she went through such horrible things. But I don't know, I feel conflicted because both of them in a sense are right. It's true that she could have reported this to the police and prevented further casualties, but on the other end, Haruka also is kind of right. Not just because she's afraid, that's stupid. It's more of the fact that the police would still ignore her because him messaging her that would not have been a bad thing. Like, she wouldn't know he murdered Tamura. But anyways, as much as I would like to continue this episode, I am going to be ending this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you really did enjoy it, drop the like button. It really helps out a lot. If you're not subscribed to the channel, would appreciate it if you do. Also leave your comments and your thoughts on this video or anything in general. And F's in the chat for Kazamori. He was a pretty cool dude, and I think he had a crush on our character, but it was a bit too late for something special to happen. And it really sucks that he had to go out that way. It really, really sucks. But we will avenge our buddy. We will avenge him. So yeah, F's in the chat for Kazamori. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Love you all. Appreciate you. And we'll be seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.